Welcome to Wayne's World Garage. We're at the Sawmill today. Happy Hump Day, it's Wednesday. Today we got the Three Stooges sawing logs. We got Allan, we've got Cody, and you got Wayne. All relatively new sawyers. We sawed 3 logs, we each sawed 1 log. But before we get to sawing logs, we've got some improvements we want to show you. Thanks to comments from Billy, Ken, and Barry, we finally bought a laser, and Allan and I installed this thing today. And actually, it works great. It puts a nice green line, it's bright, we can see it well, and it shows exactly where the saw is cutting. This thing is fabulous. We used it for the first time for real today. I was wondering whether it was going to be stable, how it would work. It was awesome. It just does a great job. Should have done this years ago. The second project before we started sawing was another emergency cutoff switch. We've got this one here for the sawyer, and we've got one at the outfeed end, but as Allan suggested, we kind of need one where he is, because he sees things that we don't see. The sawyer's job is to pay attention and watch things. They don't see everything. So we mounted one near the log rolling winch. Enough babbling and cackling, on to sawing some lumber. Cody here is sawing this first log, and as you can see, it's not exactly the nicest log around. Allan, Tom, and I snagged 3 supposedly white oak trees from one of our members, Bob's, property on Monday. And these were supposed to be white oak. Well, they look kind of red to me. They are red oak. I think the arborists tell them, oh yeah, it's white oak. In reality, it's red oak. But we still get some logs, and that's what we've got loaded up. And what we're going to do here, Cody's going to cut the first one. Allan will cut the second one, and Wayno will cut the third one. But more importantly, check out this green laser. This thing is phenomenal, and it puts a line down the entire log right where it's going to saw. This is fabulous. Additionally, if we ever have to check the alignment of our track, we're going to just adjust that and use it to align the track. My gosh, should have done that years ago. Thanks to 3 of the viewers for telling me about this. Billy Skins 4 Days, Billy, Ken, and Barry gave that recommendation. So thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate the feedback. Appreciate the comments. Make some more. We'll try and incorporate them. As I said earlier, we're trying something a little bit differently. Instead of having one man saw lumber all day long, we're going to try and split this up so we can spread out people who are learning and people who are getting experience. So now we've got Allan sawing. This is probably his third or fourth or fifth time sawing also. Relatively new. Allan's an expert though. And more importantly, happy birthday, Allan. Thursday is Allan's birthday. Guess how old young Allan is? 70. Hilarious. Happy birthday, Allan. Great job. Thanks for joining us. One of the big advantages of this laser, which we should have done years ago, is oftentimes if the dogs stick out, you can potentially hit them with a saw blade, and that causes a little bit of drama. With the laser here, it's going to point to the kerf of the saw blade. It's exactly where the saw is going to be. So if the laser is touching your dogs, you better be a little bit careful. Because as you can see, Allan's kind of going a little bit slowly here towards the end, so he doesn't hit the dogs with the saw blade. Gee whiz, what a good idea. Now what you've all been waiting for, it's Wayno's turn. And we're just going to do 3 logs today. And now I'm kind of excited. I wanted to try out this laser and see how it works. Unbelievable. It's also one of the larger logs that we're sawing today. None of these logs are really big, so they're all easy to turn, but it's got a little bit more lumber in it than the first 2, but it still works out pretty well. The laser, as I've said before, is just phenomenal. Why didn't we do this years ago? And some of you may wonder this, what are we doing here? Every time that Allan and Cody roll a log, or I roll a log, we put the flat end towards the bottom of the carriage. Potentially you could put it towards the back of the knees, but frankly, the back of the knees are not straight anymore. They're worn so much that they're rounded like a log because they've hit the log so many times. So to get better boards, when we saw, we put the flat side bottom every time, and it works out really, really well. that's all the sawing for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thanks to all of you for leaving comments with some good suggestions. We really do appreciate the suggestions. And when possible, we will incorporate them. Although resources are not unlimited. We are not the U.S. government. We get a little bit of a budget every year since we don't sell any lumber. So a little bit of effort to buy the laser and make it work. But it is really, really working well now. So thanks a lot for watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Take care. Thanks, guys.